Good morning, glad you could wake up with us. It's 10:30 on this Tuesday, August 21st. I'm Ashley Raymond. The team is now done with pool play and anxiously awaits to see what happens. Even though the high schoolers couldn't take their eye off Kelvin Johnson, puts Japan at 3-0 and looking to repeat history for a third time. Coming up in sports, what the Wings need to do to get your towels flying. Signing autographs and playing basketball with kids. Earlier today, they put together this dome and talked to him about how he's going to keep his team focused. But for now, he will log innings in Toledo to work on his command. With high school football season set to kick off next week, a handful of local senior captains got a first-class ticket to Lions training camp to see just how dedication and hard work pays off. No surprise, every set of eyes was on one player.
I was looking at Calvin Johnson. I didn't know he was really that big in person. He's huge. He's real huge.
6'5", he's every inch of it.
Even though the high schoolers couldn't take their eye off Kelvin Johnson, Stephon Logan told me there's still room in the huddle for the little guy.
I'm like, man, why they always picking these tall guys, to play on the football team or run deep and catch the deep balls? I mean, a short guy can do it too. Just give him a chance, let him see.
With today being the final day that fans can attend practice, you can see Lions Nation took advantage and packed the house. They traveled over 6,700 miles to do one thing: play baseball, play hard, and win the World Series. Ask anyone here, they're well on their way to making that goal happen, as they are without a doubt the team to beat. Monday, Japan took down the neighbors of the South, Australia. Strikeout after strikeout, play after play, Japan was determined to stay ahead in this ball game. In the bottom of the second, Japan finally had enough with this scoreless game and stepped up the intensity. Using their speed and knowledge on the base path, Japan safely stole second and third, eventually allowing them to score. Sima Maruyama's RBI put 2 on the board for Japan. They would leave the inning already up 4-0. Australia eventually got the bat on the ball, putting up 2, but failed to contribute the rest of the game. Heading into the 5th, Japan already up 11-2. A home run shot would end the game with a 10-run mercy rule.
I feel like this is something special. Being here, playing baseball, this is something that I cannot experience before.
Today's win puts Japan at 3-0 and looking to repeat history for a third time as they make their way towards Sunday's World Championship final. You're one of the only teams that has every game someone has hit a home run. What do you guys do to have such power hitters?
That is a result of what we tell them for the game. We tell them they should do whatever they can do. They should maximize their possibility to hit a baseball.
After falling in Game 1, head coach Mike Babcock told me it was a lack of effort which led the team to the loss. Coming up in sports, what the Wings need to do to get your towels flying. Baseball is a sport with a long history of superstitions, from the infamous Curse of the Bambino to players even refusing to wash their jerseys after a win. Tuesday, Team Pacific Southwest broke 2 of those superstitions, changing from their green and black Lucky Under Armour unis to their hometown Pretty Boys in purple jerseys. In addition, the team moved yards to play on Nationals Field. Some players even confessed to me they forgot to rub the Lucky Purple mascot before hitting the field. Gino Enriquez started the game off with a stand-up double, and Cole Bendel hit a fielder's choice, eliminating the leadoff runner. In the bottom of the second, a play at first, strikeout, and line drive single up the center would wake up the defense on Team Pacific Southwest. The team would score when Cole Bendel smacked a high-flying ball to center field, sending Gino Enriquez home on an RBI. Starting pitcher Alex Morales held Arkansas in the bottom of the third, ending the inning with a strikeout.
I mean, with these purple uniforms, they usually come out strong late, but they shouldn't have done anything.
In 2 innings, Pacific Southwest would rally only to be caught right back up by Southwest. Carson Stevens stepped up big time for his team, scoring 2. The team was up 4-2 heading into the bottom of 5. With no lead after 6, the game went into extras. R.J. Blanton came to the mound, and despite a hard-fought matchup with Southwest batters, Blanton couldn't hold them. Laguna Purple would fall to the team wearing maroon and gold, breaking their undefeated streak, leaving them at 3-1. The team is now done with pool play and anxiously awaits to see what happens in the other games to know where they stand in the brackets.
Okay, so tell us about the game. What happened?
Well, you know, they just couldn't get the bat on the ball. You know, it was first inning, second inning, third inning, and it was just strikeout after strikeout. And as far as the other team, when they came to bat, they were just hitting it in our holes.
But this was a great run for Laguna, wasn't it?
It was an awesome time for Laguna. You know, the first 3 games, they were lights out, and I thought they had this in the bag. But, you know, they had 2 off days, and I don't know if that affected them a little bit. They say it didn't, but 2 off days, I think, you know, where other teams were playing constantly.
Ah, so it kind of spoiled the momentum a little bit. I see what you're doing.
Some argue it's all about the power under the hood, and when muscle cars ruled the streets of Motown, a time when poodle skirts were fashionable and rock and roll could be tuned in on any radio station. But this stroll down Woodward is more than that for Air Force veteran Greg Earl.
It's like the mecca of the car world. I mean, the special thing is the cars. The second special is the people. I've met people from Europe and Scandinavia, Australia, everywhere. It's just a remarkable event for car people.
Power, drive, skill, and determination. 4 skills that day in and day out, Team Pacific Southwest continues to develop as they grow closer to potentially playing in the 2013 Cal Ripken World Series Championship. Monday morning, the early birds not only caught the worm, but continued their winning streak against Team Pacific Northwest. Your coach said that this game to you was kind of like a 7 a.m. game back in California. Do you think that had any effect on you guys today?
No, nothing. I'm starting to get used to the time change and see what I do.
Gino Enriquez, Cole Bendel, Jonah Ira, and Carson Stevens were just a few of the players to start the game off right, putting 6 runs on the board. Pacific Southwest got their bats heated up again in the 5th inning, but stranded 2 and failed to score. The defense went strong in the bottom of the 5th, going 3 up, 3 down. Cole Bendel started a rally for his team, driving in 2 insurance runs in the top of the 6th. Pacific Southwest would put up 5 runs in 6 innings to contribute to the win as Pacific Northwest fails to rally.
They're 12-year-old boys, so you know, when you go up and you score 6 runs in the 1st inning, we stop swinging for base hits and we start swinging for home runs. I got to remind the guys that we're still swinging, you know, flat swings, not dropping the hands, not swinging for the fence, swinging for base hits.
After today's win, Team Pacific Southwest headed over here to Ripken Stadium for a very special meeting with Cal Ripken Jr. himself. Each player got to take their picture with Cal, as well as get a tour of Ripken Stadium. Before heading back to the hotel for the remainder of the day, each player received a signed commemorative ball from Cal Ripken Jr. himself. With so many problems this offseason, today we had a chance to sit down with Jim Schwartz and talk to him about how he's going to keep his team focused heading into training camp.
Our whole objective is to keep focus on what's important right now and not to get too far ahead of ourselves.
But that's hard to do, especially since expectations are higher than ever for Lions Nation.
I'm not saying that to shy away from expectations or set the bar low or anything like that, but there's still a lot of hurdles for all our players.
The first hurdle is getting over the distractions so that the Lions can focus on what matters the most. Winning.
He joins us via Skype with highlights of Laguna Purple's Game 2 win. Hi, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi, guys.
Hey, so they won. So now they've won 2 games, and do they have another game today?
Yeah, they're playing right behind me right now. We're in the 4th inning, and we're already up 7-3.
Fantastic.
Oh. Now, this is kind of new for a lot of our viewers. They are familiar with the Little League World Series, but this is the Cal Ripken World Series. It's still international and quite exciting to be there. How's it been thus far?
Yep, it's still international. We have teams from Japan, Korea, Australia. They're all over, and it's pretty awesome. And I think the favorite thing for these kids is they get to meet with those teams from other parts of the world and find out what the difference is, how they play baseball and how we play it here.
I love the name, the Purples. Do you know how they came up with that? Did they just take it from their uniform color?
Also have a good luck mascot. It's this little purple chicken that they keep in the dugout. So they told me that each of them has to pet the chicken before they go on the field.
All right, but actually, baseball is very, very superstitious. They were wearing purple jerseys. Now they switched to green. How is that affecting the team today?
Well, on day 1, when they found out that it was going to be green, a bunch of them were a little upset about it, didn't know how it was going to work. But so far, I think it's brought them a lot of luck.
Now, why do they have to wear green jerseys today?
Cal Ripken gives them the jerseys from Under Armour as a sponsor, and that's what they get. He's definitely a big kid at heart. 20 minutes after we sat down with Nick Fairley, he was back on the court signing autographs and playing basketball with kids. It might take a while for his image to get back, but today was just the start. He told me he's really focusing on getting face-to-face with fans and being a role model kids not much younger than him need him to be.
No, it doesn't get old, it's really what we live for and what we do it, support the kids and have the kids behind us because, the kids are going to be our biggest fans. Basically just motivation for them to go out and do what they want to do in life.
Reporting here at the Cal Ripken World Series
in Allen Park.
in White Lake. In Dearborn Heights, I'm Ashley Raymond.